Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to another video on Injustice 2 Mobile. Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to defeat Batman Who Laughs, which is the tier 4 main boss, and then I'm going to defeat the sub bosses on tier 5 as well. So yeah, without any further delay, let's begin the video. Alright guys, so I have one more boss to defeat, which is boss Grodd, and we'll do that in this fight. Alright guys, so if you're new to the channel and if you are watching this video for the first time, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell notification for further updates on videos just like this. Now Grodd is having a random tag-in, and I have applied Crown of Kandak on Batwoman the Drowned and a level 5 Nora Snow Globe on Batman Who Laughs, and Arkham Knight Batman is not having any artifact on him. Okay, all right. There we go. Arkham Knight Batman is still in the game. Let me just fast forward this fight. It's not that interesting. There we go. Hydrokinesis is on. And by the time it ends, the boss will die. There we go. In less than 1 minute 30 seconds. That was nice. 15 million damage, not a lot. Anyways. Alright guys, now moving on to fight the main boss, which is boss Batman Who Laughs. So this guy has a few tricks up his sleeve, and I think in the higher heroics he will be causing a lot of trouble to a lot of players out there. And boss Batman Who Laughs is having a few things that you need to be really careful about. Let's read the fight summary real quick over here. So boss Batman Who Laughs has two forms. Okay, remember that he will have two forms. So basically one will be the darkness mode and the other one will be the normal Batman Who Laughs. And it will have, if in the first form, when he's in a normal form, the boss takes increased damage from basic and swipe attacks. He will take increased damage from basic and swipe attacks, and player characters takes less damage but have increased less a damage over time. Okay, dot will be a little less but will have increased power generation. All right, in the second form, the boss, if he's in the second form, which is the darkness form, a boss takes increased damage from special abilities. He will take increased damage from specials, and player characters, which is our characters, heal over time but suffer from power drain. So there are two scenarios which will happen. In the normal mode, he will basically have increased power generation. We will have increased power generation. I'm sorry, the opponent will have increased power generation, and our guys will take damage over time. But if he's in the second form, in the darkness mode, then our characters will heal but will get power drained, and our characters will do more damage with the specials on the opponent. So this is what they are trying to say. So it is not like something that we have seen before. So we just have to go and take a look at it. And there are many other modifiers over here as well, like protective screen, and there is I think he's also resistant to crit hits. So we got to take a look at that as well. There we go. Protective screen, anti-venom. Opponents have increased resistance to damage over time. Okay. And then vicious. Let's see what that is. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's start playing, because I think I've already read the fight summary, which is quite enough to figure out what this guy is going to do. Alright guys, here we go. Here we go. I have used the same team that I've used before with the same set of artifacts. Now you can see he's in the normal form and we are taking a lot of DOT over there. That was a lot of DOT. And now he's in the darkness mode and our character is getting power drained. Even though even though our character will do more damage with the specials. And I'm gonna do a special. It's done a little more damage, I have to say that. But he's getting power drained. So that's the deal. That's the trick that they have used. You can do more damage, but you will be getting power drained. So you need to be really careful about when you tag in your character while he's in the darkest form mode, while the opponent is in the darkest form mode, because they will power drain you. Take a look at that. Now he's going to take DOT because he's in the normal form. There we go. The DOT, I mean, yeah, she's also regenerating, as you can see, since the opponent is in the darkness form. It changes when you tag in your characters. Now he's taking DOT. This could be tricky for a lot of people to understand at the first. But I think if you play the game, if you play the fight, it will be pretty much crystal clear for you guys to understand what is going on. So I think now let's talk about the teams that you can use over here to tackle this situation. I think the first team is, as you can see on your screens, is Batwoman the Drowned. You can also use teams that have more power generation. Like Batman Ninja Catwoman. That is another good team. Or if in case you want to use a character like King of Atlantis Aquaman, then I think you should, for a safe side, you should use it with Clause of Conduct. I'm sorry, Crown of Conduct. And the reason why is that because you can gain the power that you have spent. So even if you get power drained, and if you have enough power, you need enough power, then I think you can get it from COK. So these are the artifacts. And you can also use, I think he's not immune to stun, so you can also go with the LOA team. It's not going to be that difficult to defeat this guy, but just you need to be careful about what you're doing, because that is more important, because if you mess up, if you are getting power drained exactly when you want to do a special, that is something that you need to be really careful about. And you cannot just let a lot of DOT go on your characters, because they might kill you. It might kill you. Yeah, take a look at this. I had a special too, so it saved me. Now take a look at the damage on the DOT, man. It's huge. It's doing a lot of damage with just the DOT, on your character. So make sure that you have a tank as well, so that even if you take a lot of DOT, the tank will be there to take the damage of the specials, like the super move, obviously. Okay, he's almost dead. This was a very close fight, guys. This was very close. 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13, 12. 11. I did not stack a lot of buffs for COK, and the reason why was I was getting consistently power drained. That's why. So again, guys, he is not going to be insanely difficult, but yes, he will cause a lot of issues going forward in the higher heroic modes like heroic 2, 3, 4, and so on. So I think if you want to defeat this guy, the best chance is to use the team that I use currently, that you saw, Batwoman the Drowned, because the power, even if you don't have enough power, you will still get the crisis energy, and you can deal the damage by the hazard, hydrokinesis. And the second team I think you should use should be Batman Ninja Catwoman, because with obviously Zatanna's puppet to get increased power generation, and they can also disable enemy special and do a few more things in the normal mode at least. So yeah, if you have any questions about the boss Batman Who Laughs, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer them to you. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the rewards, shall we? Here we go. Sub boss defeated, 8,000 resources, gear resources, 10,000 over here. I need them, I need the resources right now because I need to upgrade my Black Manta. I'm going to start using him soon. But for that, I need to upgrade him, so. Alright guys, now moving on to the next fights. Now let me increase the speed over here a little bit. Alright guys, now this fight is a fight that I'm going to regret. I thought that even though they're having increased resistance to critical and lethal attacks, I think my COK, Crown of Conduct, would have been enough. And unfortunately it wasn't. I did not basically mess up with the gameplay or anything, but I just wasn't able to finish off the fight. I did one shot on every character, every opponent that I fought with, except for Atrocitus. And I should have used, the Dark Metal cards over here instead of using Crown of Conduct. But, that would have made more sense over here, because he essentially is, immune to lethal and critical hits. Not immune exactly, he is having quite a bit of resistance to critical and lethal hits. So And that was a mistake. It costed me, not exactly costed me. There is still a little bit of health left on Atrocitus, and you will see how much by the end of this match. So I'm just going to fast forward it for now, because it's just going to make the video too long. As you can see, the resistance to critical hits is a lot. I think what he does is he changes the critical hits to normal attacks. So you can't do much about it. I think even if I have used Crown of Conduct, things would have been the same, since he is actually replacing the critical and lethal hits to normal hits. That makes this boss a little bit difficult for a lot of people out there. He will be difficult, actually. This is actually something that we don't really see in any solo raids we played. There we go. I'm getting the stacks for COK, which is a good thing. Yeah, my Harley Quinn is living on the edge. She could die at any with a single hit. She could die. Thanks for EPI for tagging in and increasing the health. I did some decent damage though. Just I think the initial part of the game where I basically kind of messed up with Raven, and lost the darkness. That was the moment where I, basically took a lot of time, and it eventually led to this. That's what you're gonna see now. 30 seconds, but still I'm doing some decent damage, which is not that bad. But in higher heroics, this guy will be a pain. He will be, definitely. Or maybe I should not have tagged out. It took a lot of time. Yeah, I should not have tagged out. But anyways, moving on to the next fight. Yeah, just 9 million left. 1 more second, 2 more seconds, and I would have finished off this guy. Yeah, a couple more seconds, and this guy was dead. Alright, guys. Anyways, moving on to the next fight. The same modifier is over here. The critical and lethal hits that hits the opponent will be turned into normal damage, and this is what we have again. Same modifier on Atrocitus and Batman. COW Batman. I think that's what we should call him, since he is looking like COW Superman just a little bit. Alright, guys. Now, I have used the same team because I know that the critical hits, even if I do it, it will be converted into normal damage. There is no point. Okay, so combo interruption is great, as usual. You know what? Let me reduce the speed of this fight. I think you should watch it. It was like really good gameplay, and I did not mess up. That was a good thing. 5 stacks already there. 4 stacks for COK. Yeah, seriously, I have the reflective stun ability, man. That's what LOA team is quite famous for. Yeah, this guy should know that. Anyways, as you can see, guys, the critical and lethal hits are getting turned towards normal damage. The damage that I'm doing is basically mostly it's because of the DOT, and yeah, let's proceed with the fight. 5 stacks of darkness already there, so that's insane. So as soon as I get more stacks for COK, I haven't really done the super move over here for Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. I think it's just not worth the time, and I can finish them off just with the 30 stacks for COK. There we go. 16 stacks now. And at the moment, it doesn't look a lot of damage, but it will be, when I get the stacks full to 30 into 30. There we go. It's into 20 now. So every special 2 I'm doing, it's increasing the stacks by 4. That was nice. I'm just gonna go to 24. There we go. 2 more. I'm still doing some decent damage at the moment. Damage numbers have significantly increased. I could have done another special 2 and finished off the fight, but I guess why play in a dangerous way, losing the stacks. If there's a chance to lose the stacks, I think it was pretty much safe to tag in Raven and then tag in Harley Quinn to do the rest of the damage. Alright, guys, now moving on to the next fight. This was easy. The next one is even easier. because she's not having a lot of defensive measures or defensive modifiers over here. Boss Harley Quinn. Now let me fast forward this fight and the rest of them too, because they are quite easy and I don't want to waste your time. All right, guys, there we go. So luckily we don't have a character which is having a chaos modifier, a random target modifier, and a modifier that stuns the opponent like Black Adam in the last solo raids, and like boss Black Lightning or Black Manta. So that's nice. That's what I like about the solo raid. I mean, there are some modifiers for chaos, but they are not in tier 5. Tier 5 bosses and sub bosses are, kind of difficult to defeat. So I'm just glad that I don't have to face or fight those bosses with chaos modifier. There we go. That's huge, man. That was crazy damage. That was truly crazy damage. There we go, 91 million. That was like piece of cake. All right, guys, moving on to the last boss. I kept Atrocitus for the next refresh. I think that should be ideal. And yeah, I finished off the remaining sub bosses. All of them could have been dead just with a few seconds extra time while fighting boss Atrocitus and everything. Everyone would have gone down with the queries, All right. Was Poison Ivy. I've used the same team over here. Combo interruption will always be messed up, guys, when you're fighting against anyone in the normal mode. So make sure that you don't do a lot of combo interruption if you want to be safe. Just play with the normal gameplay that you usually play. Combo interruption might get interrupted by the opponent by jump attacks or specials or swipe downs or swipe backs if you're in the middle of the map. All right, guys, so I guess that is it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and let's meet again in the next video. Until then, guys, you have a great day. Take care of yourselves, be blessed, and stay safe. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.